Hello, everybody. Welcome to our latest Bond show. We've been showing various cards, trading cards, and collectible items for James Bond. We showed the Black Diamond cards from Upper Deck. We've shown 8x10 autographs, photos from people who are in the Bond movies. Let me explain what I'm wearing. I told my cohorts. Let's go ahead and bring them up. By the way, Renee, our lovely Bond girl, and I've got to be careful there. And Manny Zamora, who created our intro to the show and the music. Thank you so much, Manny, for that.
You're welcome.
So what I'm wearing is I originally I was like, okay, this is what Timothy Dalton wears at the end of Living Daylights when he's flying the Hercules plane. He had a burqa on, a black burqa, but he tore it off, and he's got this brown vest and gray shirt. He's dressed as an Afghan terrorist kind of thing. But I realized that Roger Moore also wears a brown vest and gray shirt outfit in Octopussy. So this is kind of an homage to two different Bonds. And we're going to be showing you today on this episode the James Bond relic cards, which are the most expensive collectible cards out there because they're little pieces of history. They're little pieces of the Bond movies, little pieces of documentation, like spy documents and stuff, business cards, pieces of costume, swatches from shirts and pants and things that the actors wore in the movies. And some other surprises, vehicles, windshields, pieces of the windshield from vehicles, seat covers, that kind of thing. A lot of surprises here. And when I set out months ago, starting to collect all of this, there were a few movies I found that didn't have any relic cards on the market. So I actually had to kind of custom make some myself. So I'm going to share those with you, and I hope you're going to like them. But let's go ahead and get started. And I will, again, explain as we go along what I'm showing to you and show it to you up close. Now, this was something I just got recently. I didn't even realize it existed. And it's very expensive. This is a piece of Sean Connery's tuxedo from the beginning of Dr. No, the very first Bond film, 1963. I paid a pretty penny for this. It's going for about $160, $170 on eBay now. I won't tell you what I paid for it. I always get a discount. I always pay less than what the going rate is. I always get a discount of some kind. So I'm very polite, and I know how to bargain. So there it is. On the back of the card, it says, you have a piece, piece of the tuxedo worn by Sean Connery and Dr. No. And that's what a relic card is, basically. And this is a Rittenhouse card. And that's our first card of the show. This next one is the only relic that I know of from Russia with Love. And that is, get this, a piece of the helicopter. And he blows the helicopter up. So I'm a little sketchy about this one. This sells for about $125 on eBay. But this is a panel from inside the helicopter that was used in that film. So maybe they had 2 or 3 helicopters. I don't know. But this is, my guess is that Rittenhouse and Upper Deck and these companies that make these cards will go to auctions and they'll buy pieces of the films and find a way to cut them up and put them in, this is a very thick card. Look at that, how thick that is. And again, if you look at the back, it tells you a lot of times it'll tell you this is number, what is this? Give me a second. Number 78 of 200. So there's only 200 of these cards out there. That's how rare they are. And when I get a card, even though it's probably wrapped in plastic, when I get it, I'll take it out of the plastic and I'll actually feel the little swatching material or whatever it is that I get. I feel it because I bought
it. Of course.
So that's my from Russia. So I only have one relic card for Dr. No, one relic card from Russia with Love. I have 2 for Goldfinger now. I just got this one recently. This is a piece of the letterhead from the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami Beach, California. Now, I will tell you that this hotel was very famous in the late 50s and the early 60s. This movie was done in shot in 1963, released in actually it was probably shot in 1964 and released December 1964. And this hotel was like, this is where all the stars would go to when they were down in Miami Beach. Frank Sinatra had his hand in this hotel. Anyway, Connery is in this hotel. Bond is in this hotel, I should say, at the very beginning of Goldfinger, when he first sees Goldfinger. And this is, of course, where he's with Dink, the masseuse, and then afterwards Shirley Eaton as Jill Masterson. And he keeps Goldfinger from cheating. There is another relic that has the fountain blue sheet, the top of the sheet, for the rummy game. And that's even more expensive and more rare than this one. Again, this is over $100 on eBay. And again, there's only a few of them. There's not many of them out there.
Okay, one thing, it's,
yeah,
and I'm sure people know this, but it's Miami, Florida. You said California.
Did I say California?
Yes. I was like,
Miami, Florida. Miami Beach,
Florida. Miami Beach, Florida, right.
I'm a little excited. I'm a little verklempt.
So, we caught you in an error, Mr. Bond.
You amuse me, Mr. Bond. This is a piece of Gert Froba's overcoat at the end of Goldfinger. And they show a picture from the movie where he's wearing the coat. This is number 151 of 275. So there were 275 little swatches cut from this coat, made into a card. Now, some people who collect famous clothing from movies are probably like, oh, they cut it up.
Yeah, that's a big deal too.
Yeah. So, but again, they made these little gifts, these little relic gifts for 275 fans. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times too, the movie company or the production company will make multiple copies of the same coat or the same costume because one gets damaged or whatever.
2 or 3 available because you could rip a coat, something can happen.
Exactly.
Now, Thunderball, the 4th James Bond film that I know of, does not have a relic card available on the market that I know of. So I said, what can I get that was from that time representative of that movie? So I found a gum wrapper from the trading cards of that time of 1965 and 66. These are the James Bond trading cards. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the cards from Thunderball. There he is with the jetpack. There is Martina Beswick with a spear gun. Looks like a publicity shot. This is one of the band members playing a song at the club, and there's a gun behind him that's going to shoot. They're going to try to shoot Bond, but they end up shooting Fiona while they dance. There's Connery all decked out in his scuba gear. And there's some scuba men preparing to fight. Probably some of Largo's men. They're in dark outfits. And there's Connery, trying to grab the steering wheel during the fight with Largo at the end of the movie. So these are relics from that time, and that's my part of my collection for Thunderball. Okay. So this is my You Only Live Twice relic. This is a piece of letterhead from Osato Industries. And they have one with Japanese writing on it. But this one has got the English on it. So there's a picture of Osato. These are wonderfully designed cards, by the way. And there's the back saying, you've got a piece of relic from. This card contains an authentic piece of Osato stationery from the movie You Only Live Twice. RC16. So yeah. You know what? I'm going to put these aside for now. Make room. Okay, now here's a nice one. Here's a really nice one. This is a piece of the interior from the Aston Martin from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And again, it's a very thick card. And I guess it's a seat cover. Feels like leather. Again, very thick card. And there it is, on Her Majesty's Secret Service. And for the longest time, I thought this was the only relic from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And it's number 62 of 275. Again, 275 of these cards were released. Again, because they're limited run cards, they're rare. So anyway, I thought that was the only relic card for that movie. But then I found, here it is, I just got this recently, a piece of the calendar in Marc-Ange Draco's office. Bond hits it with a knife, and he hits the 14th, and Draco says, "But it's the 13th. I'm superstitious." And this, I looked it up. This word here, turca, is actually Italian for Tuesday. So I'm like, this is a cool card. I like this card. So
that is cool.
Yeah. I grabbed Tuesday from his calendar.
Nice.
Okay. Hey, where's the relic for there? Okay. Now, for Diamonds Are Forever, Rittenhouse has released the seat cover to the three-wheel bike that Bond escapes on in Diamonds Are Forever. So Sean Connery's ass sat on that little piece of right there. His butt was right on top of there.
There you go.
And this is number 318 of 400. There were 400 of these put out. These are expensive, over $100 on the internet, about $120 to $150. And that's the only official relic card, I think, out there for Diamonds Are Forever. Now,
I was going to say, for the On Your Majesty's Secret Service, the little swatch you have, but you can imagine, or you can, imagine that that's where Diana Rigg was sitting.
On the calendar?
No, on the seat cover, on the or the calendar. We never know.
So, I have made a relic for Diamonds Are Forever. One of these casinos that they use, they shot in many of the casinos there, but the one that's actually, they talk about it in the movie, is Circus Circus. So I said, well, I'm going to look for a deck of cards from that casino, Circus Circus. And I found one, a deck of cards from the early 70s, when this, around the time this film was made. And there it is. I've made a relic card for Diamonds Are Forever with a Circus Circus card in it. It says Circus Circus Casino, Hotel Casino. And I'm looking for another deck of red cards, for a red card, to make another series of these. But we'll see. And this is card number 007. I'm only going to make 50 of these. And then again, keep it a limit around. No, maybe 100, because I've got 50. It's 52 cards, and I cut the cards in half. So I might make 100 of these. But we'll see. We'll see if they sell. I've got some listed on eBay for $29 and some change. So we'll see. Oh, this is a very special one. And I'll tell you why. In Live and Let Die, there was an incredible boat chase in that film on the bayous of Louisiana, and they succeeded in doing the highest boat jump. And it's in the Guinness Book of Records. It's still the highest boat jump today, still listed. This is actually a piece of carpet from that jump boat in Live and Let Die. There's the boat that Roger Moore's riding. Moore was actually injured during this sequence, not during the boat jump. Somebody else did the boat jump, but he was actually injured. And in this one, it says 46 of 199. Oops, can I get it in there? Can you see that? So there's only 199 of these made, and I got one. And to add to that, we have a piece of the interior from one of the boats that chased him in Live and Let Die. And this is 66 of 444.
Wow.
A lot of doubles and trios in there. there's a full house right there. 66 of 444. And those are handwritten. Sometimes the numbers are handwritten. Sometimes they're stamped on the cards. Oh, this is one that's near and dear to me. I love the Aston Martin Lotus Esprit, especially this one from Spy Who Loved Me. It's a submarine one. This is a piece of the interior from it. There is a limited run of pieces of windshield from this car, but the cards are like $500. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't go that high. So I got this for about 50, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy I got a little piece of the rug. Yeah,
Wow.
carpeting from the Lotus.
$500 for a piece of glass.
A piece of glass. Yes.
Wow.
It
But
must be a really thick, heavy card.
yeah, I imagine.
I skipped over Man with the Golden Gun. I skipped over the Man with the Golden Gun. There is no relic card that I know of for the Man with the Golden Gun. It's out there on the market. So I made one. I looked around and I found a guy who had been to James Bond Island in Phuket, Thailand. There is the island. This is the island they filmed the scenes with Scaramanga's house. He's got a nice little beach there, and it's on a little island. And a lot of the film was shot here at this place. And he sold me a jar filled with shells and sand from that beach. Now, here's the thing. I just ordered more sand from him. He went to the beaches in Jamaica where they shot Dr. No. Customs stopped that at the border and would not let me have it. So I had to get a refund from eBay, and he's not going to get his sand back. But this got through. This made it from country to country because, they have a problem with biological things that you send through, from country to country. They don't want you to, send vegetables or, matter that can contain diseases from one country and move it to another. So you got to be careful. So this got through, though, and I was able to make 50 cards with seashells and sand from Phuket, Thailand, James Bond Island. And again, I've got these on eBay. And of course, I keep card 007 for myself. And the rest of them go on eBay. So that's my relic for that movie, for Man with the Golden Gun. This is a piece of the outfit worn by Stromberg's crew. They have a nice little picture of one of the sea captains. I'm not sure if it's from his outfit. It's probably from some stand-in or somebody on the sidelines. But hey, I got a piece of one of Stromberg's men's red outfits. There, from Spy Who Loved Me. Moonraker. We got a piece of interior from the boat. This one's actually got a nice little gold seal on it. This was a case incentive card. And again, that's the escape boat that he uses in Moonraker. And I got a piece of the boat cushion cover there. Speedboat interior leather. This is number 336 of 777. So there's a few more cards of that. But that was a case incentive. Also for Moonraker, a piece of one of the yellow jumpsuits from Moonraker. They have a lovely shot of Lois Chiles there, but this is probably not Lois Chiles' outfit. Number 23 of 900. So they probably bought 2 or 3 of these outfits at an auction and cut them up and made cards out of them. Little swatch. We move on to For Your Eyes Only. And there is a piece of the sweater jacket that's worn at the end of the movie by Julian Glover as Christatos. And this is number, can I read it? 200 of 376. That's kind of an odd number. From Octopussy. This is the only, there are other swatches of clothing from that movie. I just haven't bought them. Actually, I should have. Oh, no, it's from View to a Kill. I'm sorry. I thought it was from For Your Eyes Only, but it's from View to a Kill. This is the only relic that I know of from Octopussy, and this is a piece of the program for the circus in Octopussy. And of course, they probably gave them to everybody in the crowd there, and then they saved a lot of them and auctioned them off. And I got a nice piece of a clown tie here from that picture. And let me show you the back of the card. You can see what the clown looks like on the actual program. So that's an interesting relic, I think.
So I have to apologize to the people commenting. So if you want to comment, I'll put you on the screen.
Yeah. Yes, we can do some trivia and give away something. This is a nice little case topper too. It's got the gold seal from Rittenhouse on it. This is actually a piece of Roger Moore's shirt, tuxedo shirt from A View to a Kill.
No way. Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's actually a piece. It's like a relic. Yeah. There you go.
These
it is literally a relic.
Yes, these are all relics. Now, when I bought this, I didn't realize that it was kind of old and yellowed, the card, and I had to clean it up some. So it was
very cool.
I was a little disappointed in that. I was like, okay, that's why he gave me a deal.
Okay.
I'm always looking for the deal.
There's
this is a piece of the suit that Patrick Macnee wears in A View to a Kill when he's playing Tibbet. So that's View to a Kill. But you're saying, okay, Rory, but do you have anything about Christopher Walken? Do you have a Christopher Walken relic? Yes, I do. I have a piece of his leather jacket. View to a Kill. Let me see what the number is on this. Oh, this can't be 009. How did I get a 00 card? No. I'm holding it upside down is what it is. It's 600. No, 400. Reading it wrong. It's number 364 of 400. So there it is, the coat he wore in that film. And that's the relic card. But that's not all. I also have a piece of a Zorin patch. The guys in the construction crews wore the Zorin patches on the back of their coats, and their coveralls. And there's a piece of the patch. And these patch swatches vary. I mean, some of them are really interesting, like this one. They got a lot of the different kind of design of the patch in it, and some of them are pretty bland. So I got a nice one, I think.
We've been getting some comments coming in. Yeah. I don't know, Rory, if you can see them.
Let's show those again if you can. You may have to read them to me. Patrick Macnee, also known as John Steed, from the Avengers. Yes,
that's
indeed.
Right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, John Steed. And of course, Diana Rigg was Miss Peel on that show as well.
That's right.
It was also based on Risico, the short story. Yeah. Fleming had several short stories, and they used pieces of those short stories in different Bond movies. For instance, the Hildebrandt rarity, some of that went into License to Kill. Yeah. For Your Eyes Only closely followed the storyline from Ian Fleming's story. Yeah, it's one of the few Bond books I never read. I read a lot of them when I was younger. When I was a kid, I loved James Bond books, the books by Ian Fleming. I never got to that one. I never read that. Yeah. So yeah, License to Kill was actually not a Bond book written by Ian Fleming, but they used pieces, of different Bond books. They actually used a piece from Live and Let Die, the book, as well, where Felix gets fed to the sharks, and he's got a note on him that says he disagreed with something that ate him. Terrible. Here's the Living Daylights card. Here you can actually see the 00 guys, their faces in this shot. You can't see it very well in the movie because they're trying to keep it a secret that it's Bond. But this is a piece of one of their parachute packs. Let me see how many of these they made. They made 700 of these. I got number 524. Living Daylights. I had to pony up the money for this one. This is one of the few cards I didn't get a bargain on. I tried. I really tried. This is a piece of the windshield from the Aston Martin and Timothy Dalton drives into Living Daylights. Can you see it's shattered? Look at the thickness of that card. That's like a deck of cards. It is humongous. It's heavy too. Can you imagine somebody getting this package out of the box going, oh yeah, I got something good in here. I'll buy that pack. Timothy Dalton was a very underrated Bond. He's one of my favorite Bonds. He did his homework. He read the books. He did.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Timothy Dalton as Bond. I thought he was a great Bond.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, he didn't get a third try at it. He had a 5-picture deal signed, but they let him out of it because they wanted Pierce Brosnan.
That's a shame. I mean, nothing against Pierce Brosnan, but
yeah, he had something already. He was tied up with something else already anyway, so they let him out of his contract.
No.
But he said, I felt like it was time to move on. So, but he was a great Bond. He really was. I love his funny take on it too. His spoof of it in the Looney Tunes movie. Now, here's an interesting relic because there's many different types of this relic. This is actually the bomb pack, the grenade bomb sack from the Living Daylights. And some of them have yellow. There's a yellow strap around the bag, a red strap around the bag. And this one, if you look closely, is a little kind of brass hole from the bag. And that's why I bought this one, because it was so different. And I really liked it. So I didn't get much of a deal on this one because I really wanted it. But I did I think I got like $5 or $6 off of it, but not the usual deal that I get. Now, this is a piece of one of the potato sacks that that they have the opium in that fly off the back of the plane during the fight with Andrzej Wisniewski's character, Necros. And again, I'm wearing the gray shirt and brown vest from that scene. You can see it in this picture here. My nod to that. And this is strange because this is supposed to be, it's a piece of wood. And it's supposed to be Bond's detonator box, it says. Detonator box. So I'm guessing they're showing the bridge blowing up at the end of the movie, but I'm guessing that this is actually from the very first scene where they have boxes in the back of the Jeep and some of them catch fire and fall off the back of the Jeep and blow up and that kind of thing. I'm guessing that's what this is from because there was no detonator box for the bridge blowing up. It was just him throwing a pack with a it was a metal kind of bomb thing that he put into, I don't know. So anyway, there was 444 of these made. So yeah, it had to be the boxes from the Jeep fight at the beginning of the movie, I think. They actually wrote a script for a third film starring Dalton. Yeah. It's a shame that he didn't get to do it more. Really, he only got 2 Bonds. This is from License to Kill. It's a piece of the windshield from Franz Sanchez's airplane.
Oh, no, that's very cool. I love that.
Look how thick that card is.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Let's see how many of these they did. 400. They did 400, and I got 253. So that's a piece of the windshield. This is an interesting one. This is one of the police badges, a piece of it. One of the police badges from License to Kill. And I'm guessing it's the police, the policia, it says. It's the police in Tangier. When he shoots, not Koskov, John Rhys Davies' character. Then I must die. And then he fakes his death and he's running all over the Tangier from the police. This is the only relic that I know of from GoldenEye. This is a piece of the canister, silver. Oh, there it is. A piece of a canister from the beginning of GoldenEye. So evidently they weren't made of metal. They were made of something that was painted silver. And then it wrapped around a canister. And this is a piece of that, one of those canisters. Just recently got that. They're not easy to find. They're expensive. Okay, now, GoldenEye, before I got that, I didn't have a GoldenEye thing, a relic. And there is a guy that makes these GoldenEye keys. So I bought one of them. And I bought the GoldenEye card for the key and put it in the case, in a nice thick case in front of that card, and made my own relic for that. So again, you can custom make your own relics if you know where to look and what to find. And yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's heavy. it's made of real metal, so, and it's gold plated, so it's a heavy sucker. This is a piece of the floor mat from the BMW that Bond escapes in Tomorrow Never Dies. Tomorrow Never Dies. Nice back of the card there. This is number 214 of 475.
Is that the one he remote controls with the little,
yes.
like, little telephone thing? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and the tires deflate, and then he reinflates them and laughs, and I love that scene. I love that.
It's a great scene, yeah.
And that's David Arnold, some of his best music work when he's redoing the Bond music. Olga Onatop was my favorite villain. Yes, Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
Went on to the Marvel Universe. This one I had a hard time getting a deal on. This guy was he did not want to give it up for less than it was worth. But I did finally get him down, because I ended up buying a few things from him and kind of packaging it all together. This is Elliot Carver's stealth boat. It feels like fiberglass. It's a piece of the stealth boat. It feels like it was fiberglass. So the shell was made out of fiberglass, and they painted it with black paint, made it look like metal. But that's the stealth boat. Now we move on to, oh no, this is Tomorrow Never Dies as well. This is a piece of Bond's tactical jacket. Vest. His tactical vest. Which is a nice thing. These are expensive too. These are from The World Is Not Enough. It's the Russian badges for the nuclear team. And I got a piece of the badge. And some of them are impressive. Some of them are, again, if there's more graphics and stuff on the badge piece, then they charge more money for it. Of course. Now, these next two are kind of the same thing. It's two different cards, but it's the nuclear bunker suits, the coveralls, the blue ones. And on one, they have Bond and Denise Richards. On the other, they have Renard. And again, I don't think that either one of these pieces of these coveralls were worn by these actors. But again, there was a lot of actors there wearing these. And again, it's a piece of the history of the World Is Not Enough.
So we have a question.
Sure.
A poster named Milton Bradley asks, was Carver based on Ted Turner?
Was
definitely in a story.
Ted Turner. We'll never be able to prove it, but
it certainly feels like it.
I don't think Ted Turner went out to destroy people.
No.
But it was a testament to the fact that the media at the time was very influential in politics. It certainly had that kind of vibe to it, that kind of feel to it. The creator of Captain Planet. All right. The next one is this is a piece of contains an authentic piece of King Industries canister from the scenes where she's at the oil pipeline there. Electric King. Captain Planet, he truly was evil. I'm loving the comments. Let's do some Bond trivia. Let me think of a good Bond trivia question.
Let's do the trivia, because I think these guys are going to get some of them.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Let me pick out what we're going to give away. Okay. I got a couple of relic cards here that I'm willing to part with. I had doubles, and I'm willing to part with them. This one is the first one. It's General Madrano's, a piece of his outfit from Quantum of Solace. He's one of the villains. So General Medrano's jacket, his what do they call it? Camouflage ripstop camouflage jacket. So okay, for that, let me think of a good question here. What incident in Japan caused Sean Connery to finally decide, look, I'm leaving Bond. I'm getting out. What incident that happened in Japan during the filming of You Only Live Twice actually caused Sean Connery to go, that's it. I'm done with it. I'm not going to do Bond anymore.
Oh, this is juicy. Now I got to find out. I can't wait to learn. That is very juicy.
I've just read this a couple of times in the last couple of months, different sources. So I know it's true. And it makes sense. And again, we have a couple of diehard Bond fans here. I got a feeling we'll get an answer very soon on that. And again, the one who answers first gets it right, gets this card sent to them by me.
And how do they contact you? How do they reach out?
The best way is to look up Rory Penland on Facebook Messenger. And we can chat back and forth there, and I can get their address and I'll send it to them. A volcanic eruption. That's it. I'm done. No more volcanic eruptions. I'm done with Bond. That was a good guess.
That would turn me off. That would definitely get me running.
General Medrano's was a lot. A lot of what? He was a lot of villain, that guy. Or a lot. So, yes, we'll be giving that out to the first person who gets that question right. A monsoon. There was an incident that broke the camel's back for Connery. He's just like, I'm done with this. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm done doing Bond.
So it wouldn't be something having to do with Japan, because it's got to be something that had to do with the Bond franchise or the Bond character, right?
Actually, it had to do with Japan. So that's your first clue. A lot like, Fidel Castro. Okay, now it makes sense. He was like a lot like Fidel. Yeah, that's true. He was kind of a small dictator in a country doing his thing. And he, liked to dress up in the military outfits. So, yeah. So what happened?
Manny, do you know
Let
the
me
answer?
explain to you why
Manny,
I'm willing to give this up. Let me explain why I'm willing to give this up. I had this card first. And then I saw another card that had a piece of this jacket and a piece of the other villain, Mr. Green's shirt on the same card, which I will show you later. And so I was like, well, I've got that already. So I'll give this one away. Or I was going to sell it, but I decided to give it away on the show. So here's your second clue about that question. It has to deal with, it's about the Japanese press. It's the Japanese press. So Connery was getting tired of playing Bond. It was the same old, same old. He got tired of, wearing the toupees. He showed up to several news conferences not wearing his toupee. He was ready. He was just about ready to call it quits. But this was what pushed him over the edge.
How old was he when he was doing Bond?
2 years younger than Roger Moore. That's a good question. He was probably in his 40s. That's my guess. Moore, okay, let's do some math. Moore was almost 60 when he did A View to a Kill, and that was mid-80s, right? So we need to go back 20 years. So yeah, Connery would have been in his mid-40s probably, maybe early 40s. But his hairline was making him look older because he was losing his hairline. I remember the press ask Okay, we're waiting for the second half of that comment. Queen Clemenzona only does a half a comment at a time.
All right, here's the rest of it.
Let's ask you if you like Japanese women. Yeah. And I mean, who doesn't like Akiko Wakabayashi? Mia Hama's, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, as they say in England.
Oh, no.
He said no. That's a little rude, Sean. Sean was a little rude. All right.
He said no. Oh, yeah. Again, he was getting to his limit. I guess I should ask us an easier question. I thought these guys were diehard Bond fans. I figured they'd get this one right away. All right. Who doubled for Miyahama in the swimming scenes in You Only Live Twice? There's another one. And it's not an easier question. It's just kind of the same level. But who doubled? It's somebody famous. That's funny. Somebody famous doubled for Miyahama in the swimming scenes in the last half of You Only Live Twice, when they're swimming in the cave that's got gas in it. And I'll give you a clue in a second if you don't get it right away. Let me continue to show you. We're wasting time waiting. Some stuff. This is a piece of the ski jumpsuit from A World Is Not Enough. Pierce Brosnan ski jumpsuit. So yes, Pierce Brosnan wore this. So wait a minute. Hold on now. This card contains an authentic piece of James Bond ski suit. Yeah, James Bond. So there it is. Again, if they're not specific, then it could be anybody's costume. This is a piece of the Parahawk canopy. Only 200 of these cards were made, so it's kind of rare. And that's a nice little relic. This one, I had to pony up some money for this one. This is a piece of the check from the casino owned by Hagrid, Robbie Coltrane, Zukovsky's casino. I have on the way coming to me a piece of curtain from that casino, which I'm going to make some relic cards out of. Okay, then we come to Die Another Day, last Brosnan film. I have a rare piece of swimsuit from the beginning of that movie, but it's rare because it's two colors. So there must have been some kind of logo or something on the sleeve, maybe of the swimsuit. And I got two colors here. It's not just black. It's got a little green in there from something. Could be mold. That could have been Fetaline. That's possible. This is a piece, and this is a thick card. This is a piece of one of the military outfits from the guys that were holding Bond prisoner at the beginning. Look how thick that card is. In Die Another Day. I try to put these in order of when they happened in the film too. I'm just kind of weird that way. I've got a kind of OCD thing. This is a piece of the seat of the hovercraft that he did in the beginning of that film, that he drove. Here's an interesting one. This is a piece of the parachute when Gustav Graves parachutes in while they're playing The Clash, London Calling. So, yeah. As we get later in the films, it's more costume really than like documents and stuff. This is a piece of Halle Berry's dress from Die Another Day. It's got little beads there and some nice little trim. There's a lot of really cool pieces of that dress floating around out there. This one was given to me as a freebie because there's a dent in it in the top middle part there from a notebook it was in. So the guy kind of gave it to me as a bonus. It's a $30, $40 card. This is a piece of Jinx's medical file from the movie. And there she is wearing the dress that I got a piece of. I just showed you. This is a piece of the interior from the Jaguar XKR that was in Die Another Day. Piece of the interior. It's probably the seat. Somebody's butt probably sat on that. Somebody famous. There's another thick piece of glass. It's part of the Ice Palace. Or it's probably plexiglass. Probably made of plastic. It's not so heavy. And the card is not as thick as, like the windshield from the Aston Martins. There is another Quantum of Solace Aston Martin that they have pieces of windshield for. Damn, my cards just fell over. Ah, damn it. Cards everywhere. I was going to have to kind of put everything back together anyway. Oh, it's because of that damn heavy key. That's what it is. All right, let me put those over there. I'll get them all back together. Bless you. Okay, where was I? This is a piece of documentation from Falco, the agent, the CIA guy at the end of Die Another Day. He's kind of a douchebag. Anyway, yes, I can say that on a show. It's not a kid's show. They say it on Supernatural all the time. All right, so does anybody know who doubled for Miyahama in the swim scenes? No. Nobody? Man, I'm going to have to give you an easy question. Did Patti LaBelle ever sing a Bond song for a Bond movie? Did Patti LaBelle ever sing a song for a Bond movie? That's a relatively easy question. And there is a piece of sweater that was worn by Daniel Craig in Casino Royale. I'm thinking he's wearing that at the beginning of the movie when he shoots somebody. Anyway, that's my guess. It was cold in the beginning of the film. This is a piece of jacket that he wore at the beginning of Casino Royale.
Rory.
Yes.
I have to tell you something. I lost my internet for a few minutes.
Uh-oh.
We're back up. So I don't know. We may have missed some of your commentary, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I asked another question.
No. Don't worry. It still goes. So, Manny, when you lose your internet, it doesn't matter. The stream continues uninterrupted. So we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it.
It says 48 minutes. Yeah. So
we're totally fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if you lose internet, it still goes on until you cut the stream.
Oh, okay.
So the new question was, did Patti LaBelle ever sing a song for a Bond movie? This is one of the disguise outfits. Madonna sang the theme song for Die Another Day. Yes, that's true. That is true. But did Patti LaBelle ever sing a Bond? And she had a role in the film too. Yes, in the sword fencing scene. That's correct. Milton Bradley says, no, I don't think so. And the answer is, listen to the end credits of License to Kill, because Patti LaBelle sings a song at the end of the movie. She does. That's right. It's not If There Was a Man. That was done by the Pretenders at the end of View to a Kill. The Pretenders did two songs for View to a Kill. They did Where's Everybody Gone, which is Necros' theme, and they did If There Was a Man at the end of the film. Both sang by Chrissy Hines and the Pretenders. But at the end of If You Ask Me To, that's the name of the song. If You Ask Me To, sang by Patti LaBelle. So she did. Did Katie Lang ever sing a song for a Bond movie? Did Katie Lang ever sing a song for a Bond movie? This is a piece of the terrorist that tries to destroy the plane in Casino Royale. This is a piece of his disguise. Dresses up like a police guy. Did Katie Lang ever sing a Bond song in a Bond movie? Katie Lang. Patti LaBelle did. This is an interesting card. It has three swatches, different swatches of clothes that were worn by Renee Mathis in the film, played by Giancarlo Esposito, right? Renee Mathis. It just says Renee Mathis. Yeah, it's Giancarlo. I'm pretty sure it's Esposito is his name. It's his jacket, his shirt, and his pants. I always feel weird when I see relic cards about people's pants. Their genitals were swinging around in there. So I avoid the ones that just have pants. I do. This one is a shirt and jacket combo for Felix Leiter from his tuxedo jacket and shirt from Casino Royale. Jeffrey Wright. This is one of the creme de la cremes right here. This is a piece of card from the Casino Royale in Casino Royale. So, yeah, that's like a $200 card. I'm not going to tell you what I got.
Also, it's Giancarlo Giannini.
Giannini, that's it. Giancarlo Giannini. I don't know where. Oh, Giancarlo Esposito is the guy who played Gus on
Breaking Bad. Right.
Breaking Bad, yeah, and he's done a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows and movies. He plays Darth. No, Grand Moff. He was in The Mandalorian as a Moff. I can't remember his name. Stephen Albano is one of the guys trying to do a deal with Le Chiffre, and then he tries to kill him. Giancarlo Esposito, recent Captain America, was in the recent Captain America. Oh, okay. Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. Giancarlo Giannini. This is a Gettler's coat jacket from Casino Royale. I have a lot, again, as we get later into the films, it gets easier to find these clothes in auctions and stuff, so you have more relic cards. But a lot of them are clothes. This is Mr. White's shirt and jacket at the end of the film, Casino Royale. He's actually only in this film a little bit, just in the beginning when Le Chiffre is first doing his deals, and then at the very end when Bond shoots him in the leg. This is the beginning of Quantum of Solace. This is White's jacket and pants worn by Daniel Craig. Pants. The icon card of the traveling pants. I just got this one like a week ago. I spent a little extra money because I just like the tie. It's a piece of his tie in his jacket from Quantum of Solace. I just love the tie on this, so I went ahead and bought it. Ponied up the money. Elvis, baby. Elvis is in the building, man. There's all of his costume right there. A piece of his jacket, a piece of his pants, a piece of his shirt. That's a triple swatch right there. Anybody got an answer to my question? They had Parkour in Casino Royale.
Parkour. Yeah, that's that popping from place to place.
Oh, okay.
The scene in the construction, and when he's chasing the guy, the bomber.
Well, okay. Yeah. So did Katie Lang ever do a song? Yes, Casino was made as a spoof back when Charles K. Feldman still had the rights to it, with David Niven, Peter Sellers, and Woody Allen, all playing James Bond. And Terence Cooper from Australia. He was the first Australian Bond before George Lazenby did it. Esposito was in the recent Captain America. Yeah. Did Katie Lang ever do a James Bond song? Katie Lang?
And Queen Glamazona says she thinks yes. But
you are correct. I'm going to give you that card.
Yes.
So if I can find it, it's one of the cards that fell off the table. But you know what? You know which one. It's General Medrano, his outfit. So I'm going to give you that one. What happened in Japan was Connery was getting very fed up with the press in Japan. He didn't like the press in Japan. They were very pushy. The paparazzi were trouble. And a cameraman went into a restroom and filmed him when took pictures of him when he was at a urinal. And that's what tipped him over the edge. He was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm tired of James Bond and what he's bringing to my life. And that's what made him decide to finally just say, this is it. This is my last one.
Wow.
So, yeah. When people go to the bathroom and they're taking pictures of you when you're at the John, come on. Yeah. It's time to call it quits.
I can see how that would be upsetting. I'm trying to take a piss here.
His wife, Diana Salento, was the double for Mai Hama in the swim scenes at the end of the movie. So, okay, let's keep moving forward here. I'll give you another trivia question soon. This is Mr. Green's driver's jacket. This was a cheap card. It's like $15. Sometimes you can get it for under 10 if you find the right dealer.
But that was my favorite character.
Mr. Green's driver. Now, this usually sells for over $100. This is a piece of the program for the opera that all of the Spectre people meet at to talk business through their little headsets. And I got this for $70. And I like it. It's like the favorite one that I've seen because it has the word "ach," ACH on it, which is a German word, "ach." So I really dig it. So I'm so glad I got this.
So we got a naughty comment from Milton Bradley.
Naughty comment. Ooh.
They said they wanted a picture of his 007 incher.
That's it.
It is hilarious.
Take a long walk off a short pier. Leave me alone. It's my penis. I just said penis, says Sean Connery. Penis. Quantum Solace, we have another shirt and jacket combo. There are cards that are more expensive than this one because the shirt has blood on it, and they have a little red on some of these shirts, swatches, but this one's pristine white. So I got this one for a pretty good deal, actually. That's his black jacket and white shirt when he's flying the airplane. A lot of Quantum Salsa. Here's the card I was telling you about that has General Madrano's jacket and a piece of the shirt from Dominic Green. Mr. Green's outfit. And here's another piece of that shirt. You can see it's the same. And they've got some of his chinos on there. Pants! Oh, no. Worn by a French actor. Okay, we get to Skyfall. I just got this one recently. This is her shirt and jacket, Moneypenny, from the beginning of Skyfall. When she shoots Bond. She shot Bond when she was wearing that. This is a piece of sweater from James Bond in Skyfall. When he just comes back to... now, some of these actually have a piece of costume and an autographed signature. This is Tank Dong as Sebren's security guard. And that's a piece of his jacket. And it has his signature on it. So some of them do have autographs. There's a nice one that has a piece of jacket from Tomorrow Never Dies, Elliot Carver, that's signed by Jonathan
Price.
Jonathan Price. Thank you. But it's over $100. And I couldn't justify it at the time. So here is a piece of Mallory's jacket. Rafe finds the jacket that we shall not call its name. He was Voldemort. Before he was M. There is another card that I really want to get that has like 3 different pieces of 3 different parts of his outfit here. I've got the jacket one here. I'm probably going to end up giving this one away sometime and getting that one because that's got 3 pieces. And this is his police outfit jacket, his disguise. And that's Silva, played by Javier Bardem. This is M, piece of her outfit from the end of the movie. And guess what? That's our next. Damn, I'm dropping stuff all over the place. I have 2 of these. By accident, I ordered 2 of them. So I am giving one away. Which one shall I give away? Let's see.
So we have a comment.
061 and 066. I'm keeping 066. I'm going to give away 061 of 200. There's only 200 of these cards out there. M played for the last time by Judi Dench. And this is a piece of her coat from the end of Skyfall. So I'm going to give that away.
So we have a comment.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Moneypenny nearly killed Bond, but she failed upwards and became M's secretary. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're not going to keep you in the field. You're a little dangerous, so we're going to stick you in an office.
Now you all realize Milton Bradley is a toy company, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's why they've got the what's the game?
Operation.
Operation game, yeah, piece there.
Yes.
So that's cute. You're adorable. Where did Steve Martin say that? Oh, it was when they were doing the SNL episode, where the singer with the curly hair, and he did Dick in the Box.
Oh,
Justin Timberlake. When Justin Timberlake does the finally gets into the 5-timers club, and he says something, about a drink they're ordering or something, and Steve Martin just turns to him and goes, "You're adorable." And it's just condescending. It's so condescending sounding. Anyway, okay. For Judi Dench, Bond. Judi Dench. Okay, I got a Q question. How about that? Let me give you a Q question. What was the name that was given to Q in the first James Bond movie? But they don't call him Q. They just call him by this name. Can you tell me that? And that's Dr. No. And then in From Russia with Love, they brought in Desmond Llewellyn, and he becomes Q, the armorer. But the armorer in Dr. No is called by his name. And it's actually a name of somebody that Ian Fleming knew, and he put it in his books. So, who is the name of the armorer in Dr. No? Dr. No. That's the question. Okay, also from the end of Skyfall, there's Albert Finney's jacket. He's playing Kincaid. My mind is just not working today. And I just got this one, Silva's jacket at the end of Skyfall. And there's a terrible picture of Harvey R. Vardem there. You can barely see him. It's so dark. Now, when Spectre came out, Upper Deck released a whole series of costume cards, usually with swatches from different characters. So you'd get 2 or 3 characters on a card. And there is a piece of a piece of shirt and a piece of blouse from Leigh Seydoux and Ben Whishaw. That's a nice card. And this is another blouse that Leigh Seydoux wore there. Major Boothroyd, you are correct. Queen Glimazora won both cards. That's amazing. Good answers. Yes, you won this card and General Medrano. I'm going to send them both to you. You won them both. Excellent. Good job. Top mocks. Wonderful job. Okay. Ray Fiennes again as Mallory. I think he's still Mallory in this. As it says here as M. And this is his jeans. He wore jeans. M wore jeans? Now, this is kind of weird. These are cheap, too. You can usually get these for under $10. For some reason, they decided to put 2 swatches of the same thing on one card. And they did this a lot. There's like 4 or 5 different, maybe a half a dozen cards where they have double the swatch. And it's 2 pieces of his shirt. Why? Why not just do one? Make more cards. We don't need 2 swatches of the same thing. Here we go again. 2 pieces of trousers worn by Moneypenny for Spectre. We're getting to the home stretch here. We've got the last 3 cards. This is a confidential file owned by Moneypenny, held by Moneypenny in the movie, Spectre, number 005 of 150. And I did pay extra for that 005. This is Christoph Waltz's jacket as Blofeld in the movie. Yeah, he became M at the end of Skyfall. That's correct. And I like these cards, but they're very expensive, so I can only afford one at the time. This is a 3-swatch card, and the swatches are put in 007 and the card. Isn't that cool? Thick card. And we have a piece of jacket for Les Seydoux. We have a piece of sweater from Q, Ben Whishaw, and a piece of trousers from Moneypenny. So there it is. And I don't have anything for Die Another Day yet. Working on it. So that's it. That's the relic cards. And I hope you enjoyed going through these with me. Again, little pieces of 007 film history, represented in cards. And again, when I couldn't find something for a particular movie, I would find objects to make custom-made cards for that movie, whether it be a piece of a postcard or a piece of a playing card from that casino that was in that movie. I do have a coming. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do have coming a deck of cards from the Floating Dragon Casino in Skyfall. That casino in Macau has been closed down. So I'm going to turn those into relic cards. I have coming postcards from the 1950s and 60s, early 60s, from the Miami Beach Hotel, the Fontainebleau. And I'm going to make relic cards, Goldfinger relic cards for that by cutting the cards up and putting the pictures of the hotel in the card. So look for those on eBay. I'm going to list them so that you can get, and they're not, over $100. I'm not going to sell them for over $100. I'm going to be fair. It doesn't cost me that much to make those cards. So I'm not going to try to kill you. So there it is. I mean, if I want something to go represent that film, I'll go out and find something. I'll make something custom. And that's my collection. So now that this show is over, the Floating Dragon had a Komodo lizard in the film. Yes, the real Floating Dragon didn't have Komodo dragon, or the real Floating Dragon, I don't think had Komodo dragons in it. The one in Macau, but they closed. Nice pet. Do you know that they bite you, and there is an enzyme in their saliva that puts you to sleep? So they'll just bite you and then follow you until you go to sleep, and then they'll feed on you. That's how Komodo dragons do their thing. It's amazing the information I stuff away. But I can't remember Giancarlo Giannini's name. So thank you for joining us for this Bond extravaganza, showing off the relic cards that you can get from Upper Deck, from Rittenhouse, and other places. Good luck to you collecting your James Bond collectibles. And again, Queen Glamazona, please reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. I'm Rory Penland, 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 the land of pens. And I'll get your address and I'll send these 2 relic cards to you. Congratulations for winning. Yeah, and I didn't answer the question about Katie Lang. Katie Lang did sing a song in Tomorrow Never Dies. She did. So, okay. Yeah. Patti LaBelle sang a song for James Bond. Katie Lang sang a song for James Bond. Yeah, they did. They weren't the main song for the movie. Just like in Thunderball, Dionne Warwick sang a song called Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but it wasn't used in the film. They used the instrumental of Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang all through the film. That was kind of Domino's theme. But unfortunately, yeah, they went with Tom Jones. Well, fortunately, I think they went with Tom Jones's Thunderball, which is a great song. I think it would have been nice if they'd have put that on the end credits or something, or put it somewhere. Yeah, in there. It's a cool song. If you haven't heard it, go onto YouTube and look it up. It's Dionne Warwick, Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's a great Bond song. And that happens. Sometimes they'll record 2 songs Debbie Harry wanted to do one for Your Eyes Only. If you go out there, you can find her version of it, but it wasn't used in the film. They used Sheena Easton instead. So, a little music trivia for you. Bond music trivia. Thank you again for watching, everybody, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks to go over the James Bond autograph cards, the Rittenhouse and Upper Deck autograph cards. And we're going to have to do that in 2 shows because I have so many that we're going to have to go through the Roger Moore, the Sean Connery Roger Moore films, and then we're going to do the second show from Timothy Dalton through Craig. Again, I've made a lot of my own custom autograph cards from actors that didn't sign autograph cards for Rittenhouse and Upper Deck. So tune in for those. A lot of fun.
I have a question.
More prizes.
I have a question.
Sure.
Are you going to have anything for No Time to Die? Just to round out the whole Daniel Craig era.
I may have a card or two for autograph for No Time to Die. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, actually I do, because I got a couple of autographs from the Black Diamond cards, which include No Time to Die autographs. Yeah. I know I have
like relic cards.
I'm sorry?
Are you going to have any relic cards for them?
I don't have any relic cards from No Time to Die yet.
Okay.
Yet. There's none out there that I know of. I'm going to have to find something to make a relic card out of. Again, I've just got to find out where they shot, locations where they shot, in No Time to Die, and hopefully we can find something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right then.
I do have a couple of autograph cards, which we will show, not the next show, but the show after. Because the Black Diamond cards from Upper Deck had a couple of autographs from that movie. And I have an autograph. I don't think it's going to come in time for the show, though. Coming from the woman that is the 007 when he's disappeared. When he's left they gave his 007 to the other actress. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But I have bought an autograph of her. I just don't think I'm going to get it from Germany in time. Do you think they'll bring Bond back? Yeah, they will. They just gave over the rights to Amazon. So Amazon is, they paid a lot of money, just like Disney paid a lot of money for Star Wars and for Indiana Jones. Yeah, they're going to make money back on that deal sometime soon. Who it's going to be, I don't know. Pierce Brosnan has kiboshed the idea that it might be him. He says they know where to find me, but no, they haven't approached me. He just said that in an interview a couple of days ago. My personal choice, I'm really, really hoping Henry Cavill. He's the right age to do 4 or 5 Bond films, and I think he would be a really good Bond. So, yeah. I know he died at the end of the picture, but they're going to bring him back. And I don't think they're even going to explain it. I think they're just going to have him come back. And they won't even explain how he survived. And there won't be any mention of Léa Seydoux and his daughter. It'll just be Bond as usual, starting up on a different universe or something, Or they'll do a backstory, a younger Bond. Superman is James Bond, yes. I think he's the best one of all the guys. There's one other guy that looks like a really young Sean Connery that's out there. He's not a very well-known actor. He would probably be cool to do like a reboot of Bond, like Connery, the early days kind of thing. Yeah. But my vote is for Cavill. Yeah.
Cavill, yeah. Yeah. He played Napoleon Solo in a movie version of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So he's done a spy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'd be a great Bond. Although I don't know, I think they usually go for somebody a little less.
I can't remember what it was. He played a bad spy somewhere, but anyway.
Yeah. Argyle, I think.
Yeah, maybe. It's something I've only seen scenes from. I haven't seen the whole movie, so yeah.
Should do a period piece set in the Cold War. Yeah. Bring it back to its roots.
knowing studios the way I know them, I know they cringe when you talk period piece because that means, you know, a lot of money for sets and costumes and stuff, and you got to keep the period going. It's not to say it won't happen, but yeah, my thing is I think they're just going to reboot. They're going to start all over again, and they're not going to give you an explanation for it. That would be the easiest way to get past it. They should never have killed him. And they're blaming it on Craig. They're saying Craig would only agree to do one last time if they killed his character. And so the fans are just like furious with him. So I know I am. You know, you don't kill your main character. You don't do it. Ever.
Yeah.
You know. So there it is. Again, there's no way to explain that away. You know, he was basically, you know, nuked. Scott Adkins is a good martial artist. Okay. I'll have to look him up. One of the guys that played Quicksilver, they're saying that he's up for it, but I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Something. Yeah. He had like 3 names.
Yeah.
He was when he was younger, he played Kick-Ass. Correct.
Yeah. Aaron Taylor Norris, something like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. And I don't see Tom Hardy doing it either. You know, he's no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's everything that was wrong with Daniel Craig doing it. I mean, he was a pretty boy when he first started out before he cut his hair short and started to look like rugged Bond, and his nose looks like it was broken in a fight. So that's not Bond.
Oh, he was.
To look elegant, he has to look, you know. Anyway, he has to have a certain savoir-faire. He's not a thug. So that's just me. You should see the movie
Undisputed.
Okay. I'll have to check
Was that for Scott Adkins?
Undisputed. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, there was talk about this. There's a young actor, British actor, that's doing TV in England. And I swear to God, when I saw this picture, God, he looked just like a young Sean Connery, like a 20-year-old Sean Connery. It was amazing how much he looked like Sean Connery. I was like, man, yeah, they could put that in a tux and that would work. Hell yeah. So, okay, we got to go here. We've gone 18 minutes over time. So you've seen the collection. You've answered the trivia questions. Again, tune back in. If you haven't seen our previous Bond shows, or if you haven't seen a Roland Pruitt's Kaiju Review, which we talk about Godzilla movies, if you haven't seen General Howitzer's Big Monster Briefing Room, where we talk about old monster movies, go check us out on YouTube. We're archived there. All of our shows are archived there. I have a show where I interviewed people, including Bruce Glover, who we just lost, Crispin Glover's dad. That was a phone interview, unfortunately. He would not agree to come on camera. And it's casual, and you can look that stuff up and have fun watching it, because we have fun making it. Right, Renee? Right, Manny?
Right. And also 2 guys and a gal talking about movies on Monday.
2 guys and a gal talking about movies. Oh, how could I forget that? Talking about different movies. We've talked about Bond movies. We've talked about actors, actresses, directors. How many episodes we got of that now?
I think we're closing in on 90.
90 episodes. So a lot to watch.
Yep.
If you like movies, go check it out. So this outfit is hot. I got to get out of this outfit. It's leather. And I'm in Florida. So love you guys. Take care. Thank you much for watching. And again, go check out our other stuff on YouTube.